Really, one of the highlights of my week is reading the police blotter. There's great stuff in there. A couple months ago, there was one where it said, this was in the Stowe Reporter police blotter, it said, "A strange acting squirrel was spotted somewhere on the mountain road. Police were unable to find it." I hope they didn't look very fucking long. Is this what my tax dollars are going towards? And then a couple weeks later, or this was actually a couple weeks ago in the Stowe Reporter, it said, "Gunshots were reported fired. Police went to inspect. It turned out being a disoriented turkey running into the house." Now picture with me, if you would, if you've ever shot a gun or heard a gunshot, how hard a turkey would have to run into a house for it to simulate that noise. That's a fucking disoriented turkey if I've ever seen it. And then a couple days later, there's reports of shots being fired at the Pentagon and at the Capitol building. But they can't explain where they came from. I felt like calling Washington and being like, listen, don't shoot anybody, you gotta look for turkeys. Okay? Apparently they're really disoriented this time of year. Alright, I guess that's...
So there's a lot of new comics. Before I go, a lot of new comics in here. I've only been doing comedy a little while myself, but in that time I've learned a little bit about it. And what I can say is, if you're a new comic, be very careful about who you tell you do this to, about who you impart this knowledge that you do stand-up to. Because the minute you tell a friend of yours that you do stand-up comedy, they stop being your friend, and they're now like your fucking head writer. Like, they're the only source of material in their mind is them. Like, that's it. Everything they do is so fucking awesome, you have to include it in your set. If you're walking along, my friend Tim, he's like, oh, he's like, oh, shit, you see that's in your act now. That shit was funny. Did you see that? I tripped. It's like, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like get a phone call at 3 a.m. Hey, Chad, we're at this club, man. This big fat guy in skinny jeans. It's fucking dope. It's going in your act. I don't know, man. It's not really. Yeah, I guess. All right. It's in the act now, so fuck it. Like Bill, at work, Bill from accounting walks out of the bathroom, like big fat Bill. He's like, Chad, I just took a monster dump, man. Fuck, it's huge. There's blood in there. I left it in there so you can look at it. You should put that shit in your ass.
It's just hardwired. We're evolutionarily designed to stare at those things. We are. And so not looking it's really fucking hard. And I'm really fucking good at not looking. I am. I could be like having a conversation with a girl in a wet tank top, and 40 other women could be walking by behind her with no shirt on. And where am I looking? Right into her eyes, baby. Right there. Because I know. Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm not listening. Like, not at all. Like, 96% of my mental energy is being expended telling my eyeballs, do not look down. Stare straight ahead. Pay no attention to the tits below the neckline. But Nate, you're saying, I'm a woman with boobs and we've had lovely conversations. No, we haven't. In point of fact, the remaining 4% of my brain power is being used to make my face look like it's listening to you. So, I'm an aggregate of neurotic habits cultivated over time, designed to repress my every natural and societal urge, all to present the illusion I am a sensitive, thoughtful, and caring animal. Which, by the way, doesn't exist, but keep looking, ladies. Keep looking. He's out there. He's out there.
So, there are companies out there that keep innovating products that don't need to be innovated. Like, you're going to buy them. Condoms, for example. I'm going to buy condoms no matter what. Doesn't matter what kind of condom it is, because even hearing someone say the word babies makes my vagina hurt. So, but now they have, ribbed for his pleasure, for her pleasure. They have flavored, which is totally disgusting. There's a reason that Tootsie Pops don't come in latex flavor, okay? But the craziest one is glow in the dark. Glow in the dark condoms. What is that for? Is it for women who are old enough to legally consent to intercourse but still need a nightlight? Or like you're afraid you're not going to be able to find it? Oh my god, oh, there it is. Or it's for Star Wars fans, right? Would you like to wield my lightsaber? It's a pickup line. It doesn't make any sense to me. And hypothetically, I might have tried that. And hypothetically, that shit rubs off. And every day for a week, every time my legs open, it was like the fucking refrigerator door opening. Like, ping, ping, and that shit gets so annoying. And eventually I just looked at my boyfriend and I was like, dude, you know, I'm gonna tell you what my parents always told me. If you're going to open it, don't just stand there staring. Eat something. Looks like I have a little more time, so one more. I think that there is something fundamentally wrong with people who name ice cream trucks. In New York, when I lived in New York, the ice cream trucks were Mr. Softy. Okay, and the ice cream truck on my street, Mr. Dingaling. Okay, where were his friends when he was stenciling that on the side of his car? It wouldn't be so bad if it was the good humor man, but it's the bad hygiene man. So you're ordering and you have to always ask him to please hold the pews.
It'll make some people happy, but not me. Of course, I'm happily married. You know, I don't do illegal drug. I don't, you know, do lines off cookers' asses. It's not what I do, but you know, some people like it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'd like to do an impression of someone that was reincarnated into a tree. Please cut me down. This fucking sucks. I haven't moved for 50 years. I got bugs crawling up on me. I got animals living inside me. This fucking sucks, man. No one told me this shit. You know, it gets cold in the fucking winter. I lose my leaves, man. You know, why is this bark? No one thinks about throwing a blanket over a tree. It's fucking cold, you know what I mean? I dream of loggers. You know, these fucking environmentalists, man, they won't fucking quit, you know? They just, you know, it's not like I live near the fucking equator, man. One tree, you know, it's... Now I like to do an impression of someone you don't know. Hi, my name's Gary. You don't know me. One benefit to being morbidly obese, you're virtually guaranteed to never be kidnapped. On a scale of 1 to 10, nothing weighs very much. I find the very concept of recycled toilet paper to be absolutely disgusting. Why are all the cars with buy local bumper stickers foreign? If Jehovah's Witnesses believe that only 144,000 people get in the gates of heaven, why do they continue to recruit new members? I can bring about peace in the Middle East with 2 words. Palestinian casinos. I mean, it worked out pretty well for the Native Americans. We fucked those Indians over pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Not exactly lobbing rockets over from the reservation. So all in all, it worked out pretty well. Now, I know you're thinking, John, this religious tension goes back thousands of years. You can't possibly, you know what, fuck that. You've been on a hot crap stable at 2 a.m. I got news for you. Race, religion, sexual orientation, none of that shit matters. I don't care if it's a Hispanic, Mormon, transgender. As long as he's rolling 7s on the come out roll, I'm happy. I'll tell you what, you put in Palestinian casinos, they'd be happy too. By the end of the first night, you have Hasidic Jews and members of the PLO hammered singing Kumbaya, checking out women's ankles together.
He's a ninja. I don't know if anyone's thinking that. I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm not. But ninjas have something that I want. Smoke bombs. How great would that be? You say some awkward and unrecoverable thing and then smoke bomb vanish. Anyway, just a thought. We're talking about awkward conversations. I'll give you an example of one. I'll tell you about the most uncomfortable conversation that I have ever had. And I'm not just saying that. Some buddies of mine had made friends with this guy who was in a band, okay? And they were kind of raving about this guy, like, oh, he's really funny, he's really clever. And so I kind of wanted to meet him. So we went to the coffee shop where he worked, because he's a rock star. And I look over and I see him and he's, you know, bussing tables, living the dream, right? And I walk over to him and I say hello. And he looks to me and he goes, hey. And he puts his finger in the air and he goes, This is my man. Oh no, right? You're a total weirdo. I thought you were like this cool bass guitar playing guy, but you are actually a crazy person. And I'm just speechless. And he says it again. This is my man. It's not a question I ever thought I had to answer. Hello, nice to meet you. Right? Oh. I said this is my band. Smoke bomb.
Some of the people at Walmart are so old they still ask where the whites only water fountain is. And if you're in Mississippi, it's at the end of aisle 6. Too old for Walmart. I'm sorry, Mildred. As America's last surviving Civil War widow, maybe you should just hang out in the LeSabre while the 80-year-olds go in and shop for high Was she not fat enough for Walmart? Maybe? I don't know, because clearly there's a standard there. Seriously, like, this is what I hate about Walmart. Okay, I'm not like the rest of you. Right? I don't care about like corporate ethics or employee wages or sweatshop labor. All right, those kids have a gift. The way I see it. Right? They're insurance. It's like Little League for sewing. Don't worry about it. It's great. No, this is what I hate about Walmart. So you go to Walmart, and the average aisle at Walmart is about this wide. And the average person at Walmart is about this wide. Seriously, what's the expression? You can't ram a fat peg into a round hole? I mean, this is terrible. Like, you make a couple of wrong turns at Walmart, and all of a sudden, like, you're in a live-action Pac-Man game. The ghosts, you just have women in single-colored sweatsuits. And they are hungry. Jones running from the boulder, only the boulder's wearing an oversized Mickey Mouse t-shirt. But that's what I hate about Walmart. Here's what I love about Walmart is that one of the prominent clothing lines at Walmart is, like, swear to God, it's called Faded Glory. Faded, I can stop, but I won't. It's great. Like, imagine now, picture yourself, you're at Walmart headquarters. You were in the big marketing meeting here, and they're like, all right, listen, what we need here is a name that tells you exactly where you are in life and undermines your self-confidence just enough that you're not going to want to shop anywhere else anywhere better. So think guys, squandered potential? No, these people had no potential. Let's keep going. Shattered dreams? Shell of yourself? No, keep going. What about faded glory? Faded glory, I like that. But wait, how does it look on a pair of size 48 Husky jeans? Perfect, I like it. Hey guys, I'm Pat Lynch. Thank you guys.